Greetings, Commanders, and welcome to the Pap Chat. My name is Commander FuzzyViz, and I am so excited today. It is finally here, guys. The Beyond, Chapter 1. Finally here, yes. So excited. I am absolutely excited today. And, you know, for me, I feel like... I've been waiting so long. I have been parked here, or actually close by. I've been surveying a nebula, the Scotty Nebula. For those that have been checking out the live streams, you might have seen a little bit of my explorings and a little bit of my music videos too. But so yeah, I've been chilling out here, really close to the Collection of Wonders. It is one of my favorite locations in this game so far. I am sure there will be plenty of other locations that will, how should I put this, compete for my affections by seemingly endless roll of selfies. Whatever, anyways. So, anyways, Collection of Wonders. Yeah, so I'm here. I'm actually chilling. This is the neutron star, actually ringed. I know you guys can't see that very well, but there is a ring. Ring neutron star. We're gonna actually go check that out here in a little bit. But first, got a few things we want to get to first. The Beyond series is here. Unfortunately, being as I'm at the Collection of Wonders, you know, a couple thousand light years away from home bubble. Yeah, I'm sorry guys, I will not be showing any of the Chieftain, the Guardian sites, any of that stuff today, but please bear with me. I'm going to try and race home between now and this weekend, and hopefully this Sunday we will be checking out the Guardian sites. Something that Ramta has got wanting us to look for and provide for him in order to provide us with some goodies that he has for us. We'll actually be checking out that mission here in a moment, so you guys have something to look forward to. I'm sure plenty of you guys will be hopping into the game if you guys are already, and heading over to the Guardian sites itself. The new trailer that Frontier has given us and released before the servers went live actually gave us a pretty big hint as to where to start with the Beyond series. And go figure, I'm a couple thousand out from the bubble. Beside the point. But if you guys haven't seen the trailer already, I actually decided to pull the video. This one I have to actually give credit to, and to be upfront, I just want to make sure that everyone is aware I am not paid by Frontier of any form. This is just me trying to promote my own free will because I love their work, and this game is absolutely amazing. For those out there that absolutely love space simulation games and would love to explore and adventure the great void that is our galaxy, feel free to try this game out. And with the new planetary surface improvements, it's just that much more of a beautiful game. But like I said, I do have that trailer available for you guys to check out. I'm actually going to go ahead and switch that over right now. So yeah, hope you guys enjoy.
Davis, get those scouts off me!
Roger that, Commander.
I'll handle the interceptor. Alright, let's see where you got. That's not great.
Intake call from Ramta.
Lena, I trust I haven't caught you at a bad time.
Always got time for you, Ramta. Dig up anything interesting lately? recently?
People dig for me these days, Commander. In fact, I might have something interesting for you. Something suited to your unique talents.
Don't have much time for archaeology these days. I'm kind of busy.
A shame. The past can teach us so much about the present. And my research into the Guardians has uncovered some fascinating finds. But it's the potential technological applications that will interest you. Applications that might help you level the field a little.
Like weapons?
Indeed. All I ask is that you unearth a few dusty old relics for me. It will certainly be safer than fighting Thargoids.
Okay, Ram. You've got my attention. If I do it, I can have my pick of your new toys.
That's right.
All right. Count me in.
Oh, I'm delighted to hear it. Now, when I said it wouldn't be dangerous...
Alright, guys, so that was pretty amazing. You know, I think that's like the 10th time I've seen it so far. Still love it, loving it, loving it, loving it. Absolutely an amazing job that the Frontier team has done to create that trailer for us. Showing us some exciting new ship, the Chieftain, a buddy of mine pointed out when Ramtalk had his monitor out and it had the scout right there. There are about 8 little symbols off to the right of it, signifying the amount of Thargoid type ships we should be expecting. Gave us a little bit of a hint of how dangerous the Guardian sites are going to be turning out to be and how valuable of the resources and relics and things to find at those sites are going to be so valuable to us as humanity hopes to strive to survive against the ongoing threat of the Thargoids. But like I said, this following weekend, Sunday, I am hoping to be in the bubble by then, and we'll go ahead and take a trip over to the Guardian site. Maybe we'll get the guys together, take a look, see what we can find there. I know Speeder and Toxic Thermite already decided to head over to the Guardian site and check it out. I am absolutely envious of them, but I'll be patient. I need it, I could not sacrifice this opportunity. I'm sorry, guys. Anyways, beside the point. Again, one last thing before we get going on our little adventure into the wonders of the collection of wonders. I wanted to take a peek at the patch notes that Frontier has put into their forums. This is everything that the Beyond series includes for just get rid of this because this encounter same thing does not seem to work. Anyways, beside the point. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and read through the patch notes so that we can get fully familiar with what the Beyond series or Beyond Chapter 1 entails. And we're going to go ahead and start off with the crime system that they have implemented. So, crime and counter crime system overhaul, including Advanced Tactical Response (ATR). When the player is destroyed, they are not necessarily returned to the last port they are docked at, based on the prioritized list of rules. Let's see a little bit. It's really hard to read on that computer. anyways, okay, so let's see. If you, if players are destroyed when a fine/bounty has been detected, they will respawn at at a detention center. Players that join a multi-crew session in someone else's ship and commits a crime, having a corresponding fine/bounty added to their own most valuable ship. Wait, what? Let's read that one more time. Players that join a multi-crew session in someone else's ship and commits a crime. Yep. Having a corresponding fine/bounty added to their own most valuable ship. Oh, okay. So if, say, your buddy joins you and they commit a crime, the bounty that they accrue during that multi-crew session actually applies to the ship, their most valuable ship. Oh, interesting. So, when we multi-crew up, we'll have to be paying attention, making sure that we don't do any of that stuff. It'll be definitely hard, or definitely a difficult thing for conflict zones, I'm thinking. Okay, so next on the list, players can store hot modules. Modules applied to a ship at the time a crime is committed. So we can store those hot modules, ultimately not using them. So I guess that is one way of subsiding your, or at least holding off your bounty, or paying off your bounty. I guess if you get destroyed, then, so be, I guess. I'm not sure. We'll see. We'll have to test that feature out, see how it goes. Okay, next one. Players can clean ships of any bounties and fines through an interstellar factor contact. Players can sell all hot ships from the shipyard for a markdown. Access to port services, including ship transfer, storage, retrieval, selling, are limited if the player docks in a wanted ship. Bounties and fines applicable in that jurisdiction, and the cost is increased. And the cost is increased where transfer is possible. Hold on. Okay, so that part I get. Player docks. Oh, okay. So okay. So you have to pay more to transfer to Joanna. Okay, gotcha. Okay, makes sense. Okay, so let's see. Next one on the list. Power bounties are issued instead of normal bounties for criminal acts to do with valid power play interactions. Players can see details on fines and bounties in wanted ship's cockpit, the shipyard, and ship transfer screens. New crime recognized: reckless weapons discharged. Oh, okay. I guess you can't be too careless. Anyways, okay, so bounties and fines incurred by players are applied to the ship that the crime was committed in, and never go dormant. Oh, okay. Kill warrant scanner changes and interstellar bounties will be coming soon. Okay, so that stuff is to be. Okay, cool. So missions. Added new wing missions that can be shared across a wing and completed as a group. Mission Depot, added where players can accept an applicable mission and deliver the target commodity piece by piece to complete the mission. Mission reward choice. New USS scenario added. Cool. I'll have to check out the USS scenario soon. Okay. Next on the list is ships. Added new alien craft, or attack craft. Added the Chieftain, more maneuverable more maneuverable than ships of similar size and weight. The Alliance Chieftain from Lycon Spaceways has been designed not only to dish out punishment, but also avoid it. Horizons only. So if you guys don't have Horizons, you're missing out. So am I, but because I'm, 1,000 light years away, so who am I to talk? That's okay. That's okay. Anyways, added second seat to the keelback to support multi-crew. That's nice. Too bad I don't have a keelback at the current point in time. Maybe in the future. We'll see. Okie dokies. Okay, so trade data and galaxy map. Galaxy map now indicates its mode when... galaxy mode now indicates its mode... Oh my gosh, I can't even read. Galaxy map now indicates its mode when any tab is active. Galaxy map filter by station services. Galaxy map filters added for Thargoid and Guardian sites. More player factions have had a description added in their home system of Galaxy map. Ooh, okay. Let's. I don't know. I swear, guys, I'm okay. I'm just anxious. Really, 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 really excited about the Beyond series. Oh. Okay, so Galaxy map. Let's go take a look here. Okay, so we're just going to take a little peek-a-poo. Let's see here. All player factions have had a description added in your home system in the Galaxy map. Oh well, it's a sum, so that's okay. Hoozles. So let's continue. Okay. Let me back up all the way. And get you guys into a more scenic view. Let's take a look at something else. Shall we see if we can find something? Let's see. Ooh. Wow, okay. Ain't that a trip? Black hole and a neutron star and a nebula with the galactic plane. There's so much for one eyeball. For two eyeballs. Ah. Anyways, let's take a look here. Description. Okay, so filter for new detention center government type for new detention center spawn areas. Okay, so new indicator, cool. Galaxy map. Players can view trade data that they own by commodity represented on the galaxy map by color-coded icons. Another one, galaxy map. Players can view trending trade routes and filter by AI or human players. Players can view import and export prices in a roll-out screen, including the ability to select different markets and filters. Commodity market. Players can search trade data they own and to compare it to current market. Prison ships have been added to one of the routes to Colonia. Okay. Okay. Shipyards added to Caravanserai? Savari? Oh my god, I'm so sorry for that. Anyways, okay, so shipyards added in these systems. I'm sorry, I can't pronounce these. That's horrible. Engineers. Material trader contact, which allows players to convert materials, horizons only. Engineering a module or weapon results in progressively better improvements with a range. Players can convert and modify their older modules/weapons engineered before this update. Players can modify modules/weapons at selected ports, ports with access to outfitting outside engineered ports. Players can select experimental effects that they want to apply to their modules at a material cost. Players are presented with a screen where they can choose the module/weapon to modify, the blueprint to apply or pin, see material costs, and preview the outcome. Next on the list is weapons and modules. Added technology broker contacts, which allows the player to unlock new weapons and modules and return from specific materials and commodities, horizons only. Medium shot cannon, fixed, gimbaled, and turreted. Medium remote flak launcher, fixed and turreted. Let's see, medium enzyme missile, fixed. Size 4 alloy hull reinforcement package. Recon limpet controller. Ooh, we'll have to figure out what that thing is. Recon, huh? Anyways, Gallinet audio. For news articles, excuse me. For news articles, players can now listen to the news in English, French, German, Russian, Spanish, and Brazilian Portuguese. News headlines can be accessed via the status menu. Gallinet can now be accessed via the status menu, and articles with audio can be played or queued into a playlist. Gallinet audio playback options added to controller bindings. Gallinet audio selection added to audio options. Next, installation and megaship and interactions. Data leak scanners upgraded to alloy scanning megaships. Okay, I'm sorry. Data leak scanners upgraded to allow scanning megaships and installations to reveal targets that players can interact with. Players can scan certain revealed targets to uncover sub-targets. These can be interacted with in different ways depending on the type. Players can damage generators to disable turrets. Players can use recon limpets to activate data terminals and comms arrays. Players can use hatchbreaker limpets to open cargo bays. Surface material scanner. Overhaul and surface material scanner for rocky, high metal content, and metal-rich planets. Improved contrast and color variation across and between bodies. The coloration of the surfaces now more clearly telegraph the chemical makeup and volcanic activity of the worlds. In a second, guys, I'm thinking I'm going to have to go snag some water, so you'll have to bear with me. Anyways, quality of life. Added synthesis for new technology broker modules and weapons. Added synthesis for AX weapons. New cockpit voice assistance. Vector added as an alternative to Verity. We'll be listening to Verity and figuring out how we can switch on Victor. Anyways, increase maneuverability maneuverability benefits when boosting based on engine pits. Options added so players can choose how flight controllers address them. Controller name, controller ship, or controller ID when approaching a station. Target Ignore, feature added for material and commodity collectibles and refinery. That's cool. Sounds like a limpet dealio. Ability to see at a glance the quality and inventory quantity of materials targeted. Per material storage caps. Increased reward at search and rescue contact. New high-value super cruise targets for pirates to raid. Miscellaneous feature. Large number of commander journals updated. Check that out. Consoles. Portuguese language support added for consoles. 11 new achievements for Xbox One worth 200 gamer score. Yippee. Got one of them game scores. Alright. Fixes and improvements. This update indicates well over 1,000 fixes for various issues that have been discovered and investigated during the development process. Since the release, excuse me guys, I'm gonna cough for a moment. Sorry about that, guys. Had a tickle in the throat and it wasn't letting it go away. Had to grab myself some water. Anyways. So let's go ahead and start that over. Fixes and improvements. This update indicates well over 1,000 fixes for various issues that have been discovered and investigated during the development process since the release of 2.4. For the sake of clarity, Frontier have primarily listed below fixes and issues that have been reported to us by the community or other important charges. So I'm just gonna go ahead and go through. Well, no, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm just gonna go over the headline list. So it looks like they did a little bit of art improvement, fixed texture issue for Tequila QI. QIES-3167 Nebula. Oh, that'd be cool. I'll have to play that place of visit. Check that out. Let's see. Audio issues. Some audio issues with the Federal gunship. Fixed audio distortion that could occur when passing through starport airlocks. Fixed issue with fixed issue where elite NPC crew member would use incorrect voice response regarding targets. Fixed audio issue with small fixed mining lasers. Fix some clicking that would occur when starting and stopping the Lycon Type 10. Fixed hardpoint scanners being silent after swapping from mothership to fighter and back. Fix some missing UI sound when contributing resources towards a wing mission when using a mouse. This is for PC. Let's see. Fix flight controller saying a third character if a player switches to a call sign with less than 3 characters. Fix the bounty incurred audio line playing whenever a fine is received. Fix some missing audio when a holographic from holographic billboards. Fix audio issues with the vessel voice after returning to your ship from an SRV when landing at some sites. Fixed cockpit freezing, cracking, fixed cockpit freezing and cracking sound effects, persisting after returning to game from menu. Camera suite. Improve the dark background that would appear when opening the main menu while in the camera suite. Consoles. Scale the loading screens for 4K so that they are not tiny. Xbox One X. Fixed an issue where the game would revert back to 4K mode instead of 1080p after a few days. Xbox One only, or Xbox One X only. I'm sorry. Fixed an issue where the pre-order gold sidewinder paint job would go missing. PS4. Earth now has a better defined landmass as on other platforms. PlayStation 4. Man, that tickle is persistent. I swear. I'm so sorry, guys. Okay. Menu audios no longer continue to play when viewing training videos. PlayStation 4. Fixed an issue where you're unable to reply to missions from friends due to them appearing offline. PlayStation 4. Fixed description for various trophies in languages other than English. PlayStation 4. Various audio fixes to help reduce pop and crackles. PlayStation 4. Controls and control devices. Fixed issue for more recent PlayStation 4 controllers not being recognized as such when used on PC. Fix some instances of changing of key bindings not being saved after restarting the game. Fix a throttle issue that would occur when using the camera suite. Added the correct radial menu for the T-Flight HOTAS, the T-Flight HOTAS 1 and the T-Flight HOTAS 4. Revert a change that renamed Thrustmaster HOTAS 4 to T-Flight HOTAS 4 to keep backwards compatibility with existing player presets. What was it? Let me take a look. Thank you, Toxic. Sorry guys, don't mean to sound robotic on you. Let's see how I can fix that real quick. Bear with me a second. Audio issues. Of course it's audio issues.
No, it's audio issues. I don't got enough tissues for them issues. That's right. That's right.
Okay. Hopefully you guys can still hear me. Hopefully.
Hopefully you guys can still hear me.
There we go, that's better. I'm so sorry. I'm always having audio issues. I don't ever understand why I always have audio issues. It's the weirdest thing. It's louder and better. But static is in the back, okay? Let's clean that up a bit. Alright, how about now? And are you also catching a... let's see. Let's turn this one off. See if that does it. Okay, now one last trick up my sleeve. What will happen if I do this? Will you guys still be able to hear me? Ah, that's better. Cool. Yay! Fix my mic issues. Yay! Thank you guys. Appreciate it. Cool. Cool. Alright, so, now that you guys can properly hear me. Wait. Oh. It's because you guys can hear my phone. I was trying to listen to myself self-talk. You know how crazy that is? Listen to yourself talk. Ah, whatever. Anyways. So let's see here. We were on controls and control devices. Excuse me. I'm trying to still get that tickle out of my throat. Anyways, let's see here. Fixed throttle automatically setting to 0 when exiting a hyperspace jump. Well, you know, maybe that was a safety feature, guys. Maybe that was a safety feature. Frontier was trying to be generous to us. Didn't want us, you know, kept flying into the stars like I always do. Anyways, let's see here. Where is it? I lost my place. Okay, there we go. For consoles, added support for a separate custom binding profile per input device, gamepad or HOTAS. Nice. For consoles, added support for switching automatically to the correct binding profiles, gamepad or HOTAS. Oh, standard or custom, depending on the device used to start the game and the profile type that was used with the previous device. Okay, so sorry, I kind of broke that up just a tad bit, so let me reread that one. Added support for switching automatically to correct binding profiles, gamepad or HOTAS, standard or custom. Depending on the device used to start the game and the profile type that was used with the previous device. So for commanders like Bobo that use and Ninja Storm that use the T-Flight HOTAS, once you set your key bindings for your HOTAS, you guys will be able to switch back and forth. I'm guessing so long as you have both of them set and you click that start button with whichever one you're wanting to use to start the game with. Makes sense. I'm really curious to hear how that works and if it works. So let's see. I'm sure it does because Frontier, their stuff is gold. Okay, so on Windows, added support for T-Flight HOTAS 1 and T-Flight HOTAS 4. Fixed a controller issue where using the Galaxy Map back button would reopen the Galaxy Map. Alright, so on to engineers. Fixed an issue where engineers bases would not always occupy the top position of your contact panels by default. Engineer workshops now display none instead of the current applied experimental effect if you have a blueprint selected that is different from the one currently applied to the module. Pinning a blueprint will now pin all up. God, I keep tripping over my words. I'm so sorry, guys. Pinning a blueprint will now pin all grades, not just one. High reputation with an engineer will increase the speed you will progress through the lower grades. Okay, that's good to know. Fix sorting for pinned blueprints in engineered workshop and cockpit engineer's menu. Some railgun experimental effects under the new system now all have 40% heat reduction applied. Applies to feedback cascade, super penetrator, plasma slug. Fixed an issue with level preview when selecting a module to modify at an engineer. Fixed an issue in the engineer workshop that can cause the UI to become unresponsive if all stats have reached their maximum values, but the recipe progress has not. Okay, next on the list is Galaxy Map and System Map. Fix some inconsistent system data for Pokey? Pioki. God, they always want to throw these weird names at me. Alright, let's see. Fix the missing state field for systems with damaged stations. Fix the augment for Parplus appearing incorrectly on system map. I'm not entirely sure what that is. Fix two systems with duplicate names. Didn't want to give us the names. Darn. Let's see. Fixed visual issues with planets that could occur after selling restored exploration data. The galaxy map can now be freely spun with the mouse in both directions instead of just to the right. Okay, so fix some texture pop for stars on the system map. Pop. Fix inconsistencies between the jump range calculated by hyperdrive and what's used in outfitting galaxy map. Should no longer be cause... Oh, what's going on here? What is it, you chat? Launch successful. Sounds good. Anyways, let's see here. Fixed inconsistencies between the jump range calculated by the hyperdrive and what's used in the outfitting galaxy map. Should no longer be cases where the route plotter avoids jumping just on the edge of your jump range that you could technically make. Fix some incorrect player faction descriptions on the galaxy map. Fix the map configuration view by services not persisting on subsequent reopening of the galaxy map. The inhabitants of Lave 2 have moved on after being isolated by their planet's permit, and their settlements have been dismantled. So missions should no longer be should no longer target this planet. Poor guys. Okay, so there's a couple general tweaks and fixes that are in this list that I'm actually going to go ahead and skip. They've done some fixes to the HoloMe creator, the hyperspace, and supercruise. It looks like they addressed issues of jumping to a binary star system and dropping too far away from the main star. Installation POIs USS is, it looks like they've done some fixes to the launcher. It looks like the PC had a fix where an issue where the launcher would not minimize when clicking the task icon. Oh, cool. Missions. Passengers will no longer request to visit damaged stations. Fix an issue that could lead a single planetary scan mission not completing correctly. Fixed some massacre missions distribution issues. Fix some issues only spawning VIP passenger missions. Fix some issues where only one ship in a wing would count towards the pirates' kill missions. Fix an issue whereby duplicating named mission targets could spawn during missions. Adjusted the spawn rate of skimmers at settlements to better facilitate kill skimmer missions. Increase the variety of counter missions that can be generated. Factions will no longer send you to scan their own data points for planetary scan missions. Well, that's good. I hate to scan PAP's own planetary. Anyways, fix an issue that was preventing mission targets from counting towards an assassination mission after following the target using a wide scanner. Fixed mission rewards not filtering correctly. Fix planetary welcome missions, sometimes directing players to difficult, high-security outposts. Fixed to prevent notoriety increases from crimes committed against a mission target. Added new massacre mission scenarios. Fixed an inconsistency in reputation and influence indicators between the mission list and mission details. Fixed some instances of mission incorrectly granting negative rewards. Multi-crew. Fixed a disconnect that would occur when attempting to deploy a fighter in multi-crew. Fixed heat vent not appearing correctly when using the camera suite in multi-crew. Fixed an issue where the role switch panel would not update correctly when a crew member switched from the idle to the gunner role. Fixed an issue where the avatar of the multi-crew member would flicker in the role panel when the player enters the camera suite. Okay, so NPCs. Fix an issue where hiring crew would crash their ship when recalled at crater settlements. Address reports of reckless flying by NPCs around stations, especially system security. I cannot tell you how many times they've scanned me and just tried to run me over. Funny, but for them, not them. Anyways. Addressed an issue where pirate NPCs would attack the player when in the same instance as a Thargoid. Because, yeah, pirate, the Thargoid, it's priority, is it not? Anyways, dropping mines inside stations no longer confuses the station turrets. I wish I knew about that. I really did. I would have had a lot of fun with that. Just saying. Anyways, fixed issue where pirates could demand more cargo than you were able to drop. Fixed Black Flight ship being incorrectly flagged as allied with Aegis research. Fixed the Beckett class science vessel being incorrectly named as when targeted. Addressed mission target NPCs sometimes dropping out of supercruise too close to the stars. Fixed issue where search and rescue ship would continue to repair distress call victim even after they are fully repaired. Addressed NPC crew member responding with an affirmative to an order when their thrusters have been destroyed. With hopes and dreams, that's what they filled their broken thruster with, hopes and dreams. Anyways, fixed an issue where planetary defenses would still attack you while docking after respawning. Fixed an issue where System Authority ships could appear in Anarchy systems. Fixed an issue where NPC ships would be occupying an allocated landing spot or landing pad. Fixed an issue where players could be penalized for attacking the ship's launched fighters of a wanted mothership. Okay, so last one on the list, it looks like outfitting. Anyways, fixed an issue that could allow frame shift drive modules to be equipped into utility slots. Fixed a rare case where the selected livery would highlight the wrong slot after selecting one. God, that would confuse me. I mean, just reading that confused me. This whole thing confuses me. But I'm getting. I don't know. Anyways, next on the list is Player Journal. Now, on their list forum here, I've got to warn you guys. They've got this under a spoiler clicky button. So I'm guessing spoiler alert? If you haven't found it already, I'm so sorry. Spoiler alert? Okay. So, Player Journal. And for the record, that means you've been warned. Okay, so let's see here. Added an event to Player Journal when SRV is destroyed. Added info in journal if wanted when docked. Okay. Added a property in journal's location or FSD jump event indicating if player is wanted locally. Fixed the loadout entry written to the journal at start. Okay, sorry, I'm so sorry. Fixed the journal loadout entry when entry written to the journal at startup. It was something missing. It was something missing. Okay, I'm sorry, you guys are confusing me with all these. Anyways, ensured all ship type strings written to journal get localization. Added a new power play event in the journal to log a player's power play allegiance, ranks, merits, etc. When writing character stats in journal or to the journal, strings are properly surrounded in quotes in the JSON output. Altitude is also written to status JSON.json if we have latitude and longitude. Fix the external tool data store written flags equals 0 into the status.json file. Okay, so this is on computer. Every FSD jump, it was intended to only do this at shutdown. Added crew name in event that only had ID. Added ID in event that only had name. Oh my God, who wrote this? Okay. The name of the experimental effect, if any, is now indicated when writing engineered modules. Writing engineered module info to the journal. Module values, etc. are now omitted when writing the ship loadout to the journal if the info is not available.
When the player has Horizon's access is now indicated in load game, shipyard, and outfitting files. More info is indicated about the results of a mission in the journal Mission Complete event. Change the time pledged property in the journal. Power play event to be elapsed time in seconds, not time-stamped of when pledged. Also, writing duplicate event on each jump is avoided. Improved the written to the journal info when applied an experimental effect to a module in the engineering. Commodity price to market.json now indicates unlocalized and localized items name, item name, also including category name when writing. So I'm wondering if this is PC, because I don't know if we get the journal. So let's see here. Follow me, engineering. Doubt it'd be in the Hollow Me location. But hey, fur kickers. Yeah, no, didn't think so. How do I get to my info panel? I forgot how to do that. System check. I guess I don't have access. It's not something I've had to look at all for a while. Anyways, okay, so I don't know if any of that is in the Xbox version. But apparently there's this player journal that is applied to the game, so we'll have to investigate that a little bit more and figure out where that is. So let me go ahead and summarize the rest of these so that we can get see if there's any more juicier stuff. So there have been power play fixes, rendering issues fixes, ships and SRVs, the Anaconda, the Asp. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and run through the ship. Fixes that we are familiar with those. So the Anaconda fixed some clipping on the Raider ship kit. Fixed the ship not rolling correctly on the center of mass access. Fixed the engine trail rendering incorrectly. Fixed the positioning of the string lights. Corrected some of the side window textures, fixed an issue with the shield animation not encompassing the entire ship to the Asp Explorer, fixed the bumper ship kit covering the ship ID, fixed an alignment issue with the ship ID, fixed an issue with the front decal disappearing and reappearing when dropping from orbital cruise onto the Cobra Mark III. Fixed an animation issue when landing gear with the landing gear to the Diamondback Explorer. Patched a hole in the geometry. Fixed a texture LOD popping issue. Gotcha. Let's see, the F-63 Condor fixed some LODS. Federal gunships fixed an issue with heat coils when inverted. Oh, being inverted. Imperial Clipper fixed the Xbox One controller vibration not working. Imperial Clipper. Fixed the facing of a decal? Facing of a decal, I'm not sure. Imperial Cutter. Adjusting some of the outfitting cameras. Fixed a missing texture under the landing ramp. Yorka. Fixed some LOD issues with the Pathfinder paint job. Python. Fixed a selection of the tail kit 4 that could not be recolored. Raised the position of the fuel scoop message as it was appearing too low. Actually, that's true because it was like dead center, like maybe a little above it, but pretty much it was right in your face. That's good. That's good. SRVs. Fixed an issue whereby your ship could take off while deploying your SRV, causing it to possibly take damage. I think we've recorded this and actually got this on one of our music videos. Genesis. Anyways. Fixed issue whereby your ship could be dismissed while deploying the SRV, causing the turret not to be deployed correctly. Fixed SRV handling inconsistencies while airborne at some frame rates. Fixed issues whereby a player driving an SRV would receive a bounty for returning fire on a hostile NPC ship. Well, that's good. They shot first. Fixed an issue with the fuel gauge displaying an incorrect value. Fixed an issue where the SRV seat was not animating in sync with the pilot impact animations. Fixed an issue where the SRV could get stuck in the ground when moving due to logging out in a dangerous location. Type 7. Fixed some inverted decals. Fixed the incorrect orientation of the camera suite external angles. Buffed to improve the jump range. Nice. Type 9 Heavy. Added an extra size 8 slot. Fixed a cockpit texture issue. Lowered mass by 150. I want to see what the jump range looks like then. And size 8 too, that'll be nice. Type 10 Defender. Fixed an issue where certain hardpoints were not firing correctly. Fixed a cockpit texture issue. Adjusted the camera angle for the 6 utility mount when in outfitting. Increased the power distributor slot by 7. Fixes to landing gear animation and positioning. Fixed an issue where the ship would often not land despite alignment being correct. Fixed a camera suite position when used in multi-crew. Viper Mark IV. Fixed a camera suite angle. Fixed a camera suite camera angle. Okay, so that looks to be the end of the ship fixes. So it looks like they took some time into doing some stability fixes, which is really nice. They did a fix to starports, outposts, ship surface outposts, various fixes and optimizations for stations and outposts. So they fixed the synthesis and added stuff to that. Synthesizing from module panel will no longer cause the UI to get stuck. Corrected the calculation for FSD boost distance multiplier. Looks like they did some fixes to the UI or user interface. VR got some fixes too. Weapons modules. Let's actually go ahead and read through those. Because those ones will actually be pretty important for us. So increase module storage capacity to 120. Okay. Fixed an issue where engineered Packhound missiles could not always be restocked correctly. Fixed an issue where some engineered torpedoes were not damaged incorrect. I'm sorry, guys. It's really hard to read this off my TV. Anyways, fixed an issue where some engineered torpedoes were not damaging internal modules correctly. Fixed an issue where guided missiles could remain stationary in space after a conflict. Small adjustments to the position of the penetration sphere and making it smaller to better balance high yield shield, deep cut payload, and penetrator munitions. Munition specials. These should all be slightly less effective at their best, better on average, and overall show much more consistent results. Fix an issue where jumping to supercruise reset the charge provided by a shield bank if the charge had not completed before the jump. So let's read that again. Fixed an issue where jumping to supercruise reset the charge provided by the shield bank if the charge had not been complete. Okay, so gotcha. Updated the description text for the turreted flak launchers for clarity. Fixed an issue where collector limpets could explode on the cargo hatch when the vessel was moving. Adjusted the hatchbreaker limpet controller in-game description. Adjustments made to docking computer to prevent damage during landings. Fixed issues to provide priority to the modules tab, not listing all priorities. Modification to existing specials. Reloader rate increase. Auto reloader rate increase 25%. Force shield no longer scatters. Plasma slug damage penalty reduced from 20 to 10%. Radiant canister no longer reduces ammo capacity, was 25% penalty. Shift lock canister no longer reduces damage, was 20% penalty. Thermal conduit no longer indicates a base damage penalty, but the damage bonuses from the firing ship heat have been reduced to offset this. Thermal conduit no longer indicates a base damage penalty, but the damage bonuses from the firing ship's heat have been reduced to, okay, I already read that. Heat vent efficiency effectiveness doubled and no longer increases weapons baseline heat, was 25% penalty. Thermal shock damage penalty reduces from 20 to 10. Rebalanced some module prices, rebalanced some synthesis recipes, significantly reduced the damage and radius within which a high-yield shell applies damage to internal modules. Fixed player-controlled beam weapons with jitter, Cyto Scrambler especially, having their jitter removed upon exiting to the menu and back. Reduce the jitter on the Cyto Scrambler. Anyways, burst laser by half. Wings implemented some performance improvements when fighting Thargoids in a wing. Okay, guys, that's the bottom of the list. I appreciate you guys bearing with me, and I'm so sorry that was such a cringe for. I'm sure it was cringe for you guys to listen to me read through all that. Again, I apologize. Hard to read off this TV. But anyways, that full list will be, you guys can check that out in the Elite Dangerous forums. I will go ahead and leave a link in the description down below so that you guys can take a look at the full list and see for yourself. Also, I will go ahead and leave a link for the trailer that I previewed earlier, which actually I'm going to go ahead and preview one last time so that I can go ahead and get a drink of water and take a slight break. I will go ahead and bring us back to the standby screen for about a 10-minute, no, I'm sorry. We're going to make that a 5-minute break so that I can get a beverage and get rehydrated. I'll come back, we'll go ahead and preview the Collection of Wonders so that you guys can see the planetary upgrades. We'll check out the Galnet audio to experience that and see what other changes we can see from here, and then we'll go ahead and end the live stream for today. But again, like I said, we will be live Sunday when I get back into the bubble so that we can check out the new Guardian site features. Hopefully that will be pretty fun. I'm really excited to have this experience with you guys. I'm glad you guys are here with me. If you guys haven't already, feel free to subscribe so that you guys can stay tuned and hit the little bell icon so that you can be informed anytime we go live. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and switch over to the trailer real quick. Let's see here. Yes. And FYI, guys, I tried with all my might to smoothen out that video, but I did my best.
That was too close. Tarrant, Davis, get those scouts off me.
Roger that, Commander.
I'll handle the interceptor. All right, let's see what you got. Well, that's not great.
Incoming call from Round.
Been through.
Lena, I trust I haven't caught you at a bad time.
Always got time for you, Ramta. Dig up anything interesting lately?
People dig for me these days, Commander. In fact, I might have something interesting for you. Something suited to your unique talents.
Don't have much time for archaeology these days. I'm kind of busy.
Shame. The past can teach us so much about the present. And my research into the Guardians has uncovered some fascinating finds. But it's the potential technological applications that will interest you. Applications that might help you level the field a little.
Like weapons?
Indeed. All I ask is that you unearth a few dusty old relics for me. It will certainly be safer than fighting Thargoids.
Okay, Ram. You've got my attention. If I do it, I can have my pick of your new toys.
That's right.
All right. Count me in.
Oh, I'm delighted to hear it. Now, when I said it wouldn't be dangerous,
Alright guys, we are back, and I'm a little more refreshed. I'm sorry guys. I apologize again about that, about the rough patch note reading. I will let you guys know it was my first. But, of many, and I will get better as I go, I promise you, I promise you. But, to the main event, we are going to go ahead and take a quick tour of this system, just to take a look, see what changes that have been done to the planetary surfaces. We will do some planetary flybys, maybe do some selfies, get some good pics out here, and hopefully you guys will enjoy. So, without further ado, let's go and kick off. Now, obviously, the first thing that I'm curious to check out and see what changes have been applied, or actually a new feature that has been added to the game, Galnet Audio, a digitalized voice that gets to talk to us and tell us the news, tell us what a Galnet Audio gives us, the commanders, the ability to listen to the news while we're out traveling in the void, and actually anywhere in space, which is very convenient for you travelers out there that want to stay in touch with what's going on in the galaxy. So, let's go ahead and kick her on. Oh, let's actually get back, because I was already listening to it a little while earlier. We'll go ahead and start off with this guy. Oh, guess it paused while we were out here. Sorry, bear with me. Let me get a good view. Fortunately, this system still doesn't have proper lighting, so it's really dark. That's okay. As we get closer to these planets, they'll start to brighten up a bit. Anyways, let's go ahead and get back into it. That's pretty cool. I like the sound effects of how she sounds when you're actually like flying around in your cockpit. versus actually previewing the Gallaudet article itself. I love how they gave that variation and a slight little bit of echo, gives your cockpit a little bit of depth, and I'm really enjoying that. Let's go ahead and get out into our camera suite again. Let me take this flyby. Let me crank up the music for you guys. FYI, you guys, the music that you guys are listening to is from a really good artist, one that does a lot of music specifically for Elite Dangerous, well, and a few other projects, I'm sure. But yeah, if you guys feel the need or urge to check out some of his music, feel free to take a look in the description down below. Sorry. Links are as followed. See what this game does to me? It just sucks me in. Look at that. Look at it, amazing. The journal. Be very interesting to know. Maybe that's a station dealio. Galaxy News. Q. I don't know what it's there. That's okay. Well, we're getting close. See proper light. These plants. You know what we'll do is we're going to go ahead and pass by the rings. So we got one galaxy system. Let's see. We're going to go ahead and take a look at the neutron star. Looks like I got a graphic update. I didn't notice that one there. Spangles. And then what we'll do is turn around, head over to this Landberry. This Landberry, may it be delicious. The star first, so you guys can check that out. Go to the Landberry, and we'll finish it off with a good old-fashioned, you know, warp of the mind black hole drop. All right, let's go. So we're off the neutron star. So off we go. So guys, I'm curious to know, what are you guys all excited for? What is, oh wow, going really fast. What is your most highly anticipated feature, fix, anything. It could just very well be the Chieftain. What do you guys feel that you guys are going to, are most excited about?
I won't lie.
As the explorer in me, screams out. It says, planetary updates. But, I'd love to hear from you guys. Whether you guys are on the live stream out now, or whether you guys are watching this later at home, please feel free to leave a comment or in the chat. Honestly, it'd be really good to meet all you guys and get to know you guys. And ultimately, you guys will help me improve. I highly am ecstatic about where this channel will go. And I know that practice, and more practice, I will get better and better and better. And I believe in it. I believe. Alright, Neutron Star, you could not be any farther. Well, you could, but please don't. I would appreciate it. Just as much to appreciate it. Stop it. It's accident. Alright, let's go ahead and slow her down just a little bit and get this thing in. And the backdrop or with the galactic thing as the backdrop so you guys can see this properly. Now, for those that have not been here before, keep in mind, the rings tend to fade and disappear into the back of the black of the void. So, you guys are flying this direction, decide to pay this place a visit, which I highly do. I really recommend visiting this place. It is amazing. Anyways, if you guys do come out here, just be careful with flying around the rings. They tend to just blend in with the darkness of the galaxy, so you can miss them, run right into them, do a little bit of damage to your ship. So it's always best to keep an eye out and fly safe, as always. Unlike me, who likes to just fly right at things and just, go gun-ho. Oops. Like that! But it didn't blend in, It's... Okay, we can categorize that as a... Oops. I think I have to be closer to the rings. Also, neutrons from the orbit to appear. Okay. Okay, so normally I end up flying with orbit lines turned off. This time around, we're actually going to turn these on because neutron stars, I mean, they're generally small with their exclusion zones, but sometimes they vary. Big, super small. And my ship needs to slow down a lot. Let's turn around. Drive with all my might, keep an eye on the rings, because I can't see the darn thing. There we go, there we go. Alright, let's get back into that drop. It's perfect. No, stop. Stop. Now we're just gonna go straight there. Oh. There's the exclusion zone. Hi, neutron star. Wish I could have gotten a little bit more of a warning. Okay, well, orbit lines didn't really help that much. I don't know about you guys, but I didn't see anything. Oh well, let's try this again. Let me out. I think I need to go over my destiny. Is that working? I think it is. There you go. I can pull it out again. Alright, let me out. There we go. You guys are probably like, what just happened? Let me show you. So, if you guys don't notice already that the galactic plane is actually rotating. The rotation of these rings are actually rather fast. I've noticed this the last time I was here. And I'm glad it's not something they've changed. It's a pretty cool little feature to this system that makes it even that much more special. If rings were not enough. Give her a boost. Maybe one more for good measure. Actually, let's go ahead and get into camera suite. Eventually, there goes. Isn't that a trip? Cool thing is too, it looks, I mean, as surprising as fast as it is, it seems a bit smoother to me. Like they have a little more flow to it, and it's a lot faster. Onward to our next destination. So let's see here. I can do this way. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and head off to the M-class star that here, the reigning M-class star that's over here. My fingers! Cross my fingers and clench my buttocks. Yeah, I think we're good. While we're in the cockpit, let's go ahead and take a look around and see what else we can find. Okay, so looks like they've. Oh, I like that. They've given each individual material its own storage capacity, which is nice. Data looks to be the same. Wow, so AX, Caliber munitions, Guardian Plasma munitions, Gauss cannon, that's nice. That piques my interest. Flak munition. While we take a little bit on the slower side, there's actually one other feature we could take a peek at. Let's go ahead and head over here. Let's see that. Let's go ahead and R2. Slingshot. This happens sometimes. I'm sorry, guys. Xbox, you are watching. This happens. Or Microsoft, I'm sorry. Oh no, that part. There we go. Alright, so, something I'm curious to see is the trade trade information they were talking about. So we're going to go to, assuming this is our maps tab, we're going to go ahead and commodity. Okay, so let's see here. Show markets, large landing pad. Oh, okay, that's cool. Hide planetary markets. Nope. Show short range markets. On route markets. On the system maps here, designated. So exports hydrogen fuel. I think I'm gonna have to tinker with this just a teensy bit more. Okay, let's get back to our tour. Oh, uh-oh, we passed it. Not too far though. Loop of shame, ding ding. 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 Alright, our course is corrected. And we are off on another space wind adventure. damaging. Actually, let's get rid of our orbit lines. Get those off. Alright guys, this is a treat on itself. I know Mama always taught me never to stare at the stare at the sun, but I think Mama, we're gonna have to make the exception today. This time without running into them. See what I was talking about? How faint and oh god, it just hides there. Yeah. Oh, finally passed it. Wow, those rings. So, all right. Next destination is the planetary, or planetary. I don't remember what I said. Actually, I'm gonna visit this one, and we're gonna visit the one right away. Farm's our destination. Oh wow, it's actually really close. Hey. Slow her down. Slow her down. Yes, see what I'm doing here? Oh, definitely some amazing details in putting in these planets. Tip my hat off to the creators developers at Frontier. You guys do extraordinary work.
let's see. I want to go to this location. Let's just take a hill. And then we'll go hop over to a black hole and call it a day. Well, stroll would be a better term, or float, fly, well, cruise, I don't know.
Choose your terminology.
Oh boy, make sure I don't run into those things. A ring among rings. Mike, don't fail us now. And we need to fix the lighting system, because that's unfortunate. Okie dokers. Well, off to a black hole. Oops. Make sure we actually hit the right button this time. Let's go to this one. The one I ran into when I first dropped in the system. Alright guys, but on that note, I'm going to go ahead and fly us to this black hole so you guys can see the last, well actually there's two black holes in this system, but one of the last key locations I'm going to show you guys, but I'm going to go ahead and head off for now. Go ahead and stick around and enjoy the scenery at which I'll go ahead and be showing you guys. Let's make sure we get this right. But anyways, guys, so don't mean to be a nagging Nancy, but I just want to remind you guys, this next Sunday we'll go ahead and be doing another live stream. This live stream we're going to go ahead and take a look at the new Guardian sites, or at least the Guardian sites that Ramtut wants us to go investigate, and see what we can find, what interesting artifacts we may uncover. Hopefully possibly in the hopes to procure new weaponry in defense of humanity. And potentially a new threat. I don't know if anyone else was seeing that at the end of the video, but yeah, it looks like we have a new enemy concerned about. So we'll have to keep our eyes out and see what's going on. So yeah, feel free to like and subscribe, guys. I'd really appreciate it. Also, hit that bell icon so that you guys can stay updated with our videos whenever we do release or go live. I'd like for you guys to be a part of our community, our family, and you know, I'd love to get to know you guys. If you guys play Elite Dangerous, please let me know in the comments below. Also, let me know what your most highly anticipated feature of the Beyond series, Chapter 1, that you're most highly anticipating, and what your plans are. Heck, what is your guys' take on the Thargoids? Any speculations and theories? I'd love to hear them. Maybe we'll do a little bit of a Q&A live stream of different theories that we can throw out as a community at Frontier. Anyways, I will be signing off for now, guys. I hope you guys enjoy the end of this live stream. This is Commander Fuzzyviz signing out. Fly safe, Commanders.